I'd also like to show off a thing that Melicon reached out and asked about. He was doing a lot of UV unwrapping. So last week I was out of the house, but took my laptop with me, and I ended up just playing around with it. He asked me in the middle of the day. I was like, "This is so much more exciting. I could put together this code than reading up about stuff." So if I
My
just
nose is itchy.
switch back over to my screen, I have actually made this into an add-on as well, which is why I'm thinking about doing the same with. Oh, I've already installed it. Brilliant. So I've got my simple UV add-on here, and it's a very straightforward script, but it saves you a ton of time during the first stages of UV unwrapping. And I'm planning on breaking things out a little. At the moment, it basically uses a smart UV project, but I'm going to add far more options here under Simple UV, so you can change the resolution of the image you're using. So you can actually use a manual unwrap instead of an automatic unwrap as well, meaning you can go in. And actually, I think the automatic unwrap is coded out at the moment, and I'll test that in a second. So if we unwrap here and change, that was a great demonstration because the texture wasn't loaded in. So yeah, hot code, as Jan would normally say. Here we go. So it's already generated that UV map for us and put it in there straight away. And this is great if you're starting to do any type of modeling, but a great example of where you don't always want to do a, oh, that's not a, that would actually be an okay example. Let's add back in, this time pick a cylinder. So curved surfaces are notorious for being problematic when you're trying to unwrap them. So if we go ahead and unwrap this, you can see that if this was a texture, it would be all over the place. I mean, size-wise, these are all really, really nice. They're all nice and even, but this is all over the place. So this is where you could come in manually and go, oh, let's just make this, let's select everything here and make this have no seams. It's interesting that it decided to do that this time round. And no bevel weight. Let's just try that again. I do like it with live code. Now when we have a look at it, oh, it's, yes. So I remember this is a bug that I've been trying to figure out for a while. So back to this one here. In edit mode, what I haven't done yet in my code is set this to edge select. That's something I actually need to do. This is the horrible mess that I was hoping to see without all the extra seams. So then you can come in manually afterwards, actually make a seam and just hit unwrap again. And everything is nice and neat. So I'm trying to speed up like the basic workflow rather than do anything super about it. And another bug here, of course, is it's generated a new material. It hasn't said, oh, is there already a material called UV map, etc. So those are other things that I'll probably want to look at squashing as bugs. But for a first pass, I'm really happy with how this has worked out. It also does a few extra bits and bobs at the moment. It adds bevels, so it's added 2 bevels because we ran it twice. It's not checking if there's already a bevel there. And it also, or it used to anyway, do some other things, but I turned those off. So yeah, this is an add-on that will be coming soon to just our store. And
very good.
Yeah, people can play with it to the heart's content. But I do need to do a few more bug squashing before I actually put it out there into the wild. Because I know at the moment I'm just going to get a load of people going, this is a problem, to which my response is, I know. Yep. So I want to make sure
it is well spotted.
Yes. Yeah, I want to make sure it's any of those. Yeah, I know that's a problem, to actually not be there before I go ahead. So I've got my own internal bug list at the moment, which is 4 or 5 major points long. But once that's sorted, so
it's looking very cool.
Yeah,
I like it. This is the first time I've seen it running live. I mean, he's described it to me, but I haven't actually seen it yet. So
yeah, I'm really excited about little tools like that. So I'm all for trying to speed up general workflow, not making things automated for the sake of them being automated, because that's a fool's errand, but actually being able to quickly go around your model and unwrap it, because usually the process would involve unwrapping the model, going to the image editor, creating a new image, apply. All of that can be done in script, and it's the same thing you do every time. So why not have a button that just does that basic thing? And I want to expose a couple of more parameters rather than it just be a button that says unwrap. You could say unwrap and use smart UV project or use manual UV. And if you use smart, expose the parameters for that, because you can change basically how it cuts up a particular model.